All right, everybody, I've got an early caller on the line. Hello, hello, what you call it? You've got the Manning Report. Hello?
Okay, sir.
Yes, I heard you. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? You still there?
Oh, I'm here, sir. How you doing, sir? This is the Chad Factor today, sir.
Who's that?
This is the Chad Factor.
Yeah, and that means what?
No, I had you on my show before. I just wanted to, say hi to you and see how you doing today, and ask you a little bit about immigration.
Yeah, well, I'm doing just fine today. What about immigration? What you mean? What's going on down in the border with the Guatemalans, El Salvador?
People are trying to accept this and say these are just women and children going through. How come people aren't saying there's thousands of people coming over here, and there's a difference between immigration and invasion?
Sir, that is a perfect point. I need to give you 2.5. No, I'll give you 3 boom shakalakas for that comparison, immigration based on invasion. I would get, well, I know 2.5 boom shakalakas. The most boom shakalakas you can get is 4 boom shakalakas. So 2.5 is pretty good. I was going to give you 3. I would have given you 3 if you have said, in addition to the fact that these human traffickers, these people that smuggle people that are down there in Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, who are rounding up these people, have made over $400 million bringing people to the border in the last 2 months. Did you know about that?
Didn't know that. I heard something about human trafficking, but I don't even hear Fox News or conservative media really touching that too much. I heard Alex Jones touch that, but none of the mainstream outlets have touched that. No.
Well, why would you expect that those hypocrites and sellouts over there at Fox News to report anything like the truth? No, but listen.
Hey, you call now.
Listen. The over $400 million has been calculated to have been made by human traffickers. How do you think so many people are coming? And they're getting here, and they all got on new clothes too, by the way. They got new sneakers on, they got new clothes, they got new bright colored shirts and pants, and babies have got new boxes of Pampers. They are being rounded up by human traffickers in El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, put on buses, air-conditioned buses with DVD players, and brought to the border. And the people, not the government, not our government, but the people are paying these human traffickers large sums of money. That's why so many of them coming. I mean, you just can't have a movement of people on their own organizing something like this. This is big business for the human trafficking cartels down in Central America.
Yeah, and I also heard they were releasing prisoners from MS-13. I also heard that it's going to affect black jobs the most when it comes to immigration. And only a certain number of people really address that issue. But this human trafficking thing, I just thank you for revealing that. $400 million off of this. Wow.
That's a lot of money. And you're right, the Chinese are coming in, MS-13 people are coming in. I mean, it's like the Mario boat lift when Castro opened the prison doors down there in Cuba going back a generation ago. And South Florida got flooded with psychopaths, murderers, drug dealers, the Scarface types, if you remember that movie.
I heard of it.
Yeah. So, you know, and everybody's got a hand in this in terms of the Obama and, well, he's a Latin Mac daddy, what I could call his name, so Lord forgive me again. That's 2 times in the last 7 days. But at any rate, everybody knows what's going on, and these people are here to stay. And they're not going to be deported because there's an immigration statute that says that if a child, an underage person, is somehow or another finds themselves in the custody of ICE or the immigration department, they cannot be immediately legally deported. They have to have a hearing. There needs to be some sort of a court trial. There needs to be some sort of an assessment of whether or not they're being taken care of. And all of that could take 3 to 4 years to run its course. And meanwhile, they cannot be detained. You have to release them to somewhere. So now they're trying to convert schools, gymnasiums, football fields, and everything to house these people, pardon me, until they can get them to migrate as far as Maine, up in Nebraska, out as far as Washington State, They're going to be all over everywhere because they're definitely not going back to Guatemala or El Salvador.
Yeah, and I keep hearing the argument that this isn't our land, it's the Native Americans' land, and the Hispanics want to come here to reclaim their land back. And it's like, I hear this, but how is it going to affect everybody else here?
Well, La Raza
all come back.
La Raza, which is a very well-organized group, it's kind of the Hispanic Al-Qaeda, which means, La Raza means the race. They have long contended that Texas, Arizona, California, all the way as far north as Iowa, far northwest as Iowa and Montana, belongs to Mexico. And what happened with Santa Ana and the Alamo, they're going to reverse that. So, and they've long since held, they've had a lot of marches. And the other thing I think we need to be mindful of, I don't know if you remember going back a couple of days ago when they had Latino Day, and the attempt was to shut down America. Latinos were stating, listen, we clean toilets, we pick strawberries, we run out elevators, we do menial work. And they had a day where their purpose was to shut down America, because if they withdraw from the workforce, even though there might not be lawyers, attorneys, and doctors, they can shut down the doctor's office and the law office and the courts.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened a couple of years, and now they're in such large numbers. Anytime the Latinos, La Raza leading the fight, want to pull the plug on the American workforce, the American day, they can shut America down completely. The airlines won't fly, the food won't get cooked, the doctor's office won't be open and clean. I mean, they have the power to do that, and nobody's talking about it. Listen, Glenn Beck is planning on going down there to the border with a bunch of teddy bears and soccer balls and saying, welcome to America.
Giving him stuff. It's like, he's been a sellout, though. It's like, really, dude?
Yeah.
John Handy, Rush Limbaugh, all these guys, these conservative white folks need to stop drinking that Kool-Aid, man.
Well, yeah, not only that, but, you know, they're on the take. They're getting a piece of the pie. Not to mention that they're heartless, gutless, if you will, the worst vermin sellouts you ever want to find anywhere on the planet. I mean, does this somehow or another blow your mind? Do we actually living in this world? I mean, it's like somebody opened up the sewers of Chicago and just let it run. I mean, nobody's capturing this stuff. It's just flowing all over everywhere like the Mississippi River. We're being flooded with sewage. And you're right, again, this is not an immigration. This is an invasion on the sovereign nation of America.
Hey, I'm just glad people are waking up to the truth and not drinking it, man. Thank you for answering my call, sir.
Thank you for calling in today. I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 boom shakalakas anyway. All right?
Thank you.
So you get 3 anyway. All right. That's a very interesting call, don't you think? I mean, you guys raised some important issues. This is not immigration. It's a pure, outright, stomp-down invasion that's happening to our nation. And the entire media is sold out on promoting this. And so when they decide they want to shut down the nation, as I just outlined a few moments ago, they're going to shut it down.